Randy Orton has faced monsters, legends, and champions throughout his career, a man known as the Viper because of his calm cruelty and cold-blooded precision, yet nothing prepared him for what Brock Lesnar did to him that night. This wasn't a wrestling match, it wasn't a rivalry built on competition, it was an execution that shocked even hardened fans. From the moment Brock Lesnar stepped into the ring, there was a dangerous silence in the air, the kind that comes before something uncontrollable happens. Randy Orton stood confident, experienced, unfazed, believing he had seen everything WWE could offer, but Brock Lesnar operates on a different level, one where limits don't exist. When the bell rang, Brock didn't rush. He stalked Orton like prey, testing him, measuring him, and then unleashing violence without warning. Randy tried to strike back, tried to slow Brock down, but every move was swallowed by overwhelming power. Brock's elbows weren't strikes, they were weapons, and when they started landing, everything spiraled out of control. The sound alone made the crowd uncomfortable, because this didn't feel scripted, it felt real. One elbow, then another, until Randy Orton's head split open, blood pouring down his face, covering his hair, matting into the canvas beneath him. The image was horrifying, the Viper reduced to a broken, bleeding body with no defense left. Officials rushed in, the referee checked Orton repeatedly, but Brock Lesnar didn't care, his eyes locked, his expression cold, almost pleased. Brock kept striking, each blow making the situation worse, each second pushing the match further into dangerous territory. The crowd didn't cheer anymore, they watched in stunned silence, witnessing something that felt like it crossed an invisible line. Randy Orton wasn't just losing, he was being destroyed in front of the world. Blood streamed down his face, his movements slowed, and yet Brock Lesnar showed no mercy, no hesitation, no concern. When the referee finally stopped the match, it felt less like a decision and more like an intervention. Brock Lesnar stood tall, unbothered, while Randy Orton lay broken, his head busted open, his legacy stained in blood. That moment burned itself into WWE history, not because of a title change or a classic contest, but because of how uncomfortable it was to watch. Randy Orton, one of the most dangerous men in wrestling, had been made helpless. Brock Lesnar didn't just defeat him, he exposed him, proving that even the most calculated predator could be overwhelmed by uncontrollable force. The aftermath told the story even louder than the match itself, Orton needing medical attention, stitches, recovery, while Brock walked away untouched. Fans argued, debated, questioned whether it went too far, but one thing was undeniable. Brock Lesnar had reminded everyone that he was not bound by limits. That night changed how violence was perceived in WWE because it blurred the line between performance and reality. Randy Orton would return, still dangerous, still respected, but that image of his bloodied face under Brock Lesnar's assault never faded. It was a warning written in blood, a message to every superstar watching backstage that Brock Lesnar doesn't just beat opponents, he breaks them. The match wasn't remembered for moves or counters, it was remembered for fear, shock, and the realization that sometimes wrestling stops feeling like entertainment and starts feeling like survival. Brock Lesnar walked out as the most terrifying force in WWE, and Randy Orton paid the price for standing in front of him.